What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm sitting in the Bronco. I'm not going anywhere. Today I'm going to be pulling the PSOM out of the dash of this thing. As you know, the Bronco does not use the factory computers to run anything, so the PSOM isn't used. If you don't know what a PSOM is, it's a programmable speedometer odometer module. The weird thing is these Ford trucks use them for the transmission, and when they go bad, transmission shifts funny. I'm not using it to run the transmission in this truck, so I'm going to pull it and I'm going to kick it back to my brother back home so he can put it in my pickup truck that's back there. Now, when you do that, the odometer side of this is going to read the incorrect mileage. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. That truck's never going to get sold. The Bronco's never going to get sold, so it really doesn't matter to me. The Bronco's odometer says 184,000 miles on it. The pickup truck back home has 263,000 miles on it. So anyway, the reason I'm doing this is that truck back home, the transmission, although freshly rebuilt, has maybe 1,500 miles on it, still shifts wonky. It has a shift kit in it, so it does downshift. It is what it's supposed to do. That after dropping below a certain miles per hour, it'll downshift into third and then downshift into second. It's kind of just how the valve body has been modified. But it still will occasionally do this thing where it's almost like it's shifting into neutral and then slamming into gear. Doesn't happen very often anymore, but it still happens. And I'm hoping that by putting this PSOM into that truck, it will fix the issue. Now, this is a 95. That truck back home is a 94. I don't think that's going to be an issue. And so yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull the dash and kind of walk you through it here, and then we're going to take the whole cluster inside and get you set up on the dining room table, and I'm going to actually show you how to pull the PSOM apart, because it's kind of things stack on top of each other in these things, but you'll see it when we get into it. So with that, I'm gonna have to grab a couple extra tools, disconnect the battery cable because I don't want to fry anything, and then yeah, then we're gonna get started. So Alright, we're in the dining room. I am going to apologize in advance for my crack-headed dog that is going to be trotting around behind me and making a bunch of noise. So, first things first, I'm going to pull this lens cover off. These are actually T15s. Work your way around the perimeter. Nice part is, even though I have this removed from the truck, I can still drive it. So it really doesn't matter. Fuel gauge doesn't work anyway. And oil pressure gauge doesn't work. I have a aftermarket one underneath the dash. And then everything else is monitored by the sniper, so I can see it on the sniper display. So plastic screen off. 2 screws on the bottom here for the bezel, the black surround. It should just lift off. Now here's the tricky part, because these are stacked. So I can't remember if these are screwed in from the back. No. So these should just lift off. I guess we're gonna find out. Yep, they just lift off. And that's what the back of these look like. So this will give me an opportunity to clean everything up too, which will be nice. This one will lift off. That's neat. And this one, yeah, the crappy part is the speedometer is the first thing to go in and therefore the last thing to come out. Oh, don't you make me break you now. I don't want to break you. Don't want to break you. You're a little tight though. There she goes. Or your tachometer. This gauge cluster has probably never been apart since its original assembly. And just like that, this is your PSOM. This module on the back. But it's just easier to use the entire unit. So I'm gonna have to wrap this pretty heavily in some bubble wrap. A lot of times when you see these fail, let me get this out of the way, is one of your capacitors will leak. This is not my area of expertise. There are a lot of videos out there of people actually repairing these boards. And if I knew how to do it and I knew what I was doing, I would absolutely just repair the board from the other truck instead of doing what I'm doing now, which is just making something work. So, made in Canada. Anyway, so that's the disassembly of your PSOM. Yeah, this is voodoo magic stuff right here. So as it goes for the PSOM that'll be removed, it did get sent over to my brother, it did get installed on the truck, and everything seems to be operating as it should, so that is a win. Now, I have not recorded anything regarding that truck specifically, aside from this video, so I'm supposed to be going over there in April, and when I do, we're supposed to be doing a road trip, and I will be driving that truck, which means if I remember to grab my camera, I will have something for you there. I don't think I'm going to be working on it, hopefully. We'll see. As for the channel, appreciate your guys' patience. I know I haven't been posting a whole lot recently. Life has been distracting. I'm sure some of you guys may understand. But I am going to try and get back into the swing of things. I'm trying to sit with a schedule of a video a week. But we will see how things go. I haven't bailed. I just want to make sure you guys understand that. So with that, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, let me know things you liked, things you didn't like, things you want to see more of, things you don't want to see any more of. I do take those comments into consideration. Hit subscribe and then hit the little bell icon so you get notified when the next video comes out. And with that, you guys have a good week, and I will see you guys next time.